Well, howdy, folks. How's it going today? I hope everybody's doing really good. Well, I'm getting ready to rip the neck off this Harmony guitar here. This belongs to a buddy of mine. Really needs a neck reset. I fixed some braces in it and refretted it, put some good tuners on it. It's better than it was, but to make it right, we got to reset the neck. So just to show you what I'm talking about here, let me put this straight edge on. Now, that should be above the saddle, so that's not real good, obviously. Now, what you're looking at here is one of my latest brainstorms. So, I was doing the calculations on how much to remove off the heel, to change the angle of the neck to get that projection above the bridge. So I thought there must be a way to do it, like make a jig or something to do it. And this is really easy, really fast, and it works awesome. So what I did is these are just plastic pieces I had laying around the shop. They're really straight and square though. That's why I used them. It's like plastic with styrofoam in the middle. I don't know. I've never even seen this stuff, but I kept it for a reason, good reason. Anyway, I drilled a hole through and I slotted it, maybe a ½ inch each way, and I'm going to do it up and down as well before long. But anyway, let's get right to it. So, if I set this on here, and I made it adjustable so that way I can make the end of this jig come right to the edge of the bridge, okay? And what I'm going to do is basically this. I'm going to just pick up on the end of this, right, and get basically, for demonstration purposes, get it above the bridge, so it'd be in the ballpark of where I'd want it. Now, this thing moves, so when I get it to that point, what I want to do is pull it tight to the body, and I want to close this gap up nice and tight when I have that tip of that above the bridge, okay? I'm still resting on the first fret on this end, which is high enough if the nut was off it would continue out through without touching the fretboard. I did check that. So once I get that nice and tight to the body joint, and I'm pinching my thumb at the heel as tight as I can get this. It looks pretty good. Now I'm simply just going to take the jig, set it down on the frets again, and then I'm just going to push it back till it meets the body. Now I'm not trying to move this leg. I'm just bumping it up against the body of the guitar, okay? So what happens is, when that's pushed up tight, you can see the gap at the bottom of the heel, right? Well, that's the bad news, or the good news, depending on how you want to look at it, but that's the distance you're going to have to remove off the heel, and that's the angle to get that projection up above the bridge. So if I push this back and I just true that up square to the body again with it resting on the first fret, let me get it back on. This is so hard to do one-handed, folks, but I'm trying to do my best. So with it squared to the body again, it's projecting above the saddle, or pretty much on it. So that's just a really simple way to do it. And, I am going to make one out of like a drywall square and drill the rivets out, slot it out. And I think I'm going to do both directions. It's important that you have this the right length for the heel, okay? Because you want that accurate right to the point of that heel, okay? So you're going to want that adjustable too, I think. Now, I just used a 1/4 inch bolt and some washers, and you can see I got a gap in between them. And the reason I did that is, let me get it spun around the right way here. So that way I can set it like that, and it actually sets on the fret wire like a lip. You know what I mean? Kind of helps hold it. So there's an easy way to figure out how much you need to remove off the heel if you're going to do a neck reset on your guitar. Make sure your bridge is where you like it. You know, you don't ever want to reset a neck and then go put a different bridge, and because you're going to have to rework it to that angle. So make sure that's all good. And, you know, like you said, there's just a quick way to do it. You don't have to use any math. You can take some feeler gauges and stick them in there and then measure it with a set of calipers. If you have good eyes, you could possibly even take a ruler of some sort and measure it. Mine aren't that good, so I'm going to have to probably stick to the pencil mark or what have you. But, you know, either way, you'll get there. And like I said, all you need to do is push that back up to double check it. Look at the projection out on the end by the bridge out there and make sure that's what you want. Now, you could shim the end of that up too, which, you know, or get someone to help you just for a minute. It wouldn't hurt if you can. So again, once you get that correct and you got that pushed in tight, that basically just sets the jig in place for you. So then when you set it back down, boom, push it back, there's your angle. Pretty simple. Hopefully this helps, and stay tuned. Hopefully I can come up with some other corny ideas. All right, we'll see you guys real soon. Be good. Okie doke.